Lakers News Fan Report brings up a topic that is sparking a lot of conversation among Lakers fans, generating much debate about the team's future and the decisions they'll make to strengthen their roster this season. Should the Lakers sign Jordan Goodwin, Trey Jemison, and Christian Koloko? This question is becoming more and more present in discussions, and the answer isn't as simple as it may seem. In fact, it involves a series of factors, from financial aspects to strategic decisions about the team's long-term plans. If I told you that, yes, there is a real possibility for the Lakers to sign all three players at once, would you believe it? Sounds bold, right? But it's a possibility that is quickly approaching reality. So let's understand what needs to happen for this to come to life and what impact it would have on the team. And of course, a good analysis here will also raise doubts about the actual value of each of these players, the importance of adding depth to the roster, and the role they could play within the organization. First, to understand how this is possible, we need to take a look at the Lakers' financial situation. It's no secret that the NBA's salary cap is one of the most crucial aspects when constructing a competitive team. For quite some time, the Lakers were in a delicate situation, without room for major moves in the market, having to adjust within a tight budget. But things have changed. Starting on March 21st, the Lakers gained more flexibility under the second-tier salary cap, meaning they now have the opportunity to make more aggressive moves, and that includes the possibility of adding 3 new players to their roster. The big question is, should this flexibility be used to sign Jordan Goodwin, Trey Jemison, and Christian Koloko? And how would this fit into the team's long-term plans? Would this move bring the benefit the Lakers are hoping for, or would it be just a risky attempt to improve a roster that already has many interesting pieces? These are the points we'll dive into more deeply now. Jordan Goodwin is, without a doubt, the strongest name in this equation. When we talk about him, we're talking about one of the best two-way contracts the Lakers have had in quite some time. The importance of Goodwin to the team goes beyond what he does on the court. He has become a constant presence, both defensively and offensively, showing that he plays a fundamental role on the team. He has been a valuable piece in the rotation, earning more minutes than many of the players considered to be in the front line of the Lakers, such as Cam Reddish and Gabe Vincent. His versatility, which allows him to perform both offensive and defensive duties, makes him a smart and strategic addition to the team, and his ability to adapt to different game scenarios is a quality many underestimate. This adaptability, combined with his energy and constant effort, puts Goodwin in a privileged position within the team. So, it's not hard to understand why his renewal to a standard contract is almost an inevitable decision for the Lakers. With only 3 games left on his two-way contract, the Lakers don't have much time to make this decision, and it seems the most sensible option would be to promote him to a standard contract as soon as possible, ensuring that he stays with the team and continues helping in the season. Now, let's take a look at the other 2 players in question, Trey Jemison and Christian Koloko. Both have great potential, but the reality is that they haven't yet managed to establish themselves as key pieces in the roster consistently. Jemison, with his impressive stature and physical skills, has been a dominant presence, especially in the more physical aspects of the game. He is still in the process of adapting to the NBA pace, but his ability to impact the game with his strength and endurance could be a valuable asset for the Lakers in the long run. The lingering question, however, is whether he has the refinement necessary to consistently stand out in the league. Jemison may be an excellent long-term bet, but the question remains, can he contribute immediately to the team's success? So far, he has shown flashes of talent, but his consistency as a rotation piece is not guaranteed. Christian Koloko follows a similar trajectory, but his specialty is defense. As a tall center with good defensive abilities, he brings a valuable presence in the paint, making him an important option for the Lakers defensively. His ability to protect the rim and his mobility to cover spaces are characteristics that could be extremely useful. However, like Jemison, Koloko is still in the process of adapting to the NBA, and the question of his efficiency in crucial moments remains open. He hasn't consistently proven that he can be a key piece for the Lakers yet, but his solid defense and height could make him an excellent long-term option, provided he can improve his offensive game. With this, the question arises about the actual value of these players within the context of the Lakers team. Goodwin, as we mentioned, is already a certainty, but Jemison and Koloko, while having great potential, still need to prove themselves. Should the Lakers take a risk and invest more in them now, or would it be more sensible to wait for them to develop further before making a final decision on their contracts? This question is directly related to the Lakers' playing style and the balance they are seeking in their roster. On paper, these players could add more depth to the team, but the Lakers need to trust in their potential to truly invest in the future. But as we've already said, to add these three players, the team will have to make space on the roster, and that's where the discussions about who would be let go come into play. The most obvious answer would be Cam Reddish. Reddish has not shown the level of consistency the Lakers expected from him. While he's a talented player, he hasn't managed to fit into the rotation effectively, and his lack of impact in the minutes he has played makes his release a very real possibility. What the Lakers need to assess is whether Reddish's continued presence makes sense for the team long-term, or if it would be better to let him go to make space for players who offer more immediate value. Other options for release include Alex Len and Markieff Morris. Len, although he was a recent acquisition via the buyout market, may no longer be necessary depending on the team's needs. However, releasing him could be risky, as he has shown some value as a backup option in the paint. Markieff Morris, on the other hand, has a more intangible value to the Lakers. While his minutes on the court are limited, he has a strong presence in the locker room and a respectful relationship with leaders like LeBron James. This makes his departure a tough decision, as although he doesn't play much, his off-court impact is significant. Another option that should also be considered, though less likely, is Shake Milton. Milton has a 3-year contract, but his deal is not fully guaranteed, making his release a possibility without significant repercussions on the salary cap. Milton could become an interesting trade piece in the future, or even be released if the Lakers decide to prioritize other players who offer more immediate value. The big question now is, what should the Lakers' strategy be? Should they sign all three players now, making the necessary releases to clear space on the roster? Or would it be more sensible to focus on just one or two of them, keeping flexibility for future negotiations and moves to reinforce the team? And most importantly, if the Lakers make this bold move, will they be setting up the team for success in the future or simply making a move that might not pay off in the long run? A significant aspect of the Lakers' decision-making process revolves around their financial situation. The NBA's salary cap is a crucial factor in shaping team rosters, and for a while, the Lakers were constrained by financial limitations. However, with the second-tier salary cap now in play, they have more flexibility than before. This newfound freedom opens the door to adding not just one, but potentially 3 new players, and that's where Goodwin, Jamison, and Koloko come into the picture. But how should the Lakers approach this opportunity, and what risks are involved? Let's start with Jordan Goodwin, a player who has already made a strong impression on the Lakers coaching staff and fans alike. Goodwin's ability to contribute on both ends of the floor has made him a valuable asset to the team, and his role continues to expand as he shows his versatility. While his time with the Lakers has been primarily on a 2-way contract, it's clear that his future with the team is promising. The Lakers would be wise to consider promoting him to a standard contract, locking in his contributions as they look to make a push for the postseason. Cam Reddish's inconsistent play this season has led many to believe that he could be a candidate for release if the Lakers decide to make room for Goodwin, Jamison, and Koloko. Despite his physical tools and flashes of talent, Reddish hasn't been able to carve out a consistent role for himself. If the Lakers are looking to make immediate improvements to their roster, releasing Reddish could provide the necessary cap space and roster spot for players who could contribute more in the short term. Other potential candidates for release include Alex Len, who was brought in via the buyout market but may no longer be a priority for the Lakers. While Len has provided solid minutes as a backup big man, his role with the team could be diminished if the Lakers decide to prioritize other positions. Markieff Morris, who brings leadership and veteran experience, could also find himself on the bubble. His presence in the locker room is valuable, but his limited role on the court might make his departure more likely. The Lakers also have the option of exploring trades to free up space, with players like Shake Milton being potential trade pieces. Milton's contract isn't fully guaranteed, which gives the Lakers some flexibility in making a move without significant cap consequences. The team could choose to trade him for future assets or waive him entirely, depending on the direction they want to take. The Lakers' strategy moving forward will be a balancing act. They have the chance to add 3 promising players to their roster, but that comes with the risk of disrupting team chemistry or overloading the roster with players who may not be ready to contribute immediately. The front office will have to consider not only the immediate needs of the team, but also its long-term aspirations. A move for all 3 players could pay off down the line, but it may also take time to see the full benefits. These are crucial questions for the Lakers' future. The team has options, but they need to act carefully to ensure that each move makes sense within their plan to build a championship-caliber team. The next few weeks will be decisive as the Lakers have the chance to evaluate these players and thus make more informed decisions about their signing. Now, the question to you, Lakers fan, what do you think about this situation? Should the Lakers sign all three players or just one or two of them? Or maybe it's better to wait and seek other options later. What's your take on the team's strategy? Leave your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to keep getting content like this about the Lakers and more, don't forget to subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report. Turn on the bell to receive all notifications and never miss any new content. Like the video and share it with your friends so more people can join in on this discussion. See you in the next video, and as always, thanks for watching.